Welcome to another edition of A Delicate Balance. This is not the time for you to call in with your questions to the show because this is not live. In fact, you might even say it's dead. No, the time that you can call in is on the second Monday of every month at 7:30, between 7:30 and 8:30. And if you have a question about spirituality or a comment about some of the things I've been saying or talking about, or you have something you'd like to share with us, please don't hesitate to do that. But today is just one of those shows where I'm just going to sit back and talk at you. So hopefully this won't be too upsetting or boring or whatever. I'll try to keep it interesting for you. So anyhow, what's been going on? Let me tell you a little bit about the show in case you're new to it. It's about spirituality and what works in your life, what doesn't work. I'm a Christian, and I don't like a lot of churches. I've tried a lot of churches. I've been an elder in churches, and leadership position, whatever you want to call it. And some's been good, some's been not so good, and I'm just trying to find a place where people can be themselves and can grow at their own pace, don't feel too much pressure to comply, but rather because of the love and peace and faith that you might see around you, you would then want to be like that, and you would make whatever changes you need to make to embrace those qualities. So that's kind of a hard thing to find, especially in a Christian church, I think, because a lot of the time they want to pigeonhole you and press you to be a certain way, especially fundamentalist churches. I realize there's liberal churches out there, Congregational, Episcopal, maybe Lutheran, all kinds of denominations that I'm sure will allow people to grow at their own pace. But my particular thing is I'm looking for something that's close to the life of Paul, the Apostle Paul. Yes, I want to be shipwrecked and beheaded and imprisoned and beaten. I'd say I'm well on my way. So, isn't that fun? So it's the holiday season, and you can't say Christmas, and don't say Jesus. Don't even say God bless you. You have to say, may the holiday season bring you opportunity for recuperation. I've been thinking recently about, whether I should just, I'm having such a hard time finding a church that I would care to be a part of, that I'm thinking I should just start my own.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm thinking I've sort of been trying that with the show in a way by, for 12 years, almost 12 years, no, 12 years. I've kind of been, planting the seed, so to speak, of, just sharing with you what my ideas are of how people should conduct themselves in Christian faith. And I thought that just by being faithful that way, that God would provide me friends and contacts and people to start a church with, but that hasn't happened. So I'm not really sure why that is. Could be because I've been too disobedient to really recognize God's hand. It could be God is not in favor of me having starting a church. It could be He wants to help me grow in my faith and trusting Him, that no matter what I see, I still trust Him. So 12 years in waiting shouldn't be considered a long time, kind of an idea. I don't know what to think. And I'm okay with that. So I am going to continue to think about that and try to find out, if there's something that I need to be doing that I'm not. Because clearly you may not know this, but I'll tell you, I'm not in the best of circumstances right now. I'm in a really very challenging kind of position. Not really happy. Things are not going my way. So I'm thinking it could be I'm totally messed up, and so anything that I've been doing up until now is not necessarily something I need to continue doing. And so that's another thing that I'm trying to work out. But then I think of, all kinds of, like I mentioned earlier, about Paul being, imprisoned and shipwrecked, and you have Daniel in the lion's den, you got Jesus, nailed to a cross, you have Apostle Peter being crucified upside
all kinds
down.
of fun stuff.
I think John supposedly was boiled, but survived it. So it's not like I should be expecting to hit the lottery, right? And which kind of brings me to a concern I have. I'm not sure where it is in the scripture. I know it's in the Old Testament. It's the Hebrew section of the Bible. And there's something in there's a verse that gets tossed around ad nauseum. That God will not allow anything evil to come your way, or that you should dash your foot against a stone, or something along those lines. That if you put your faith in God, He's going to protect you in such a way that no harm will come to you. And I just think that is
a bunch of bullshit.
True and not true. And that's where I kind of part company with my fundamentalist Christian brothers and sisters. Because I think one of the things I have seen in my life, that a pattern that does seem to repeat itself in a manner that's life-sustaining, is the yin and yang symbol. So you have things that appear to be opposites, but yet have a connection at the point where they meet.